When I was in junior high, I was thinking about marrying the guy that I was dating.
I'd like to welcome a new student to the class. She's 65 years old. Her name is Sarah.
Stop. I watched our teacher like show us how to like put their hands inside of cows' bum holes.
That is like a fleece onesie with fox feet.
Worst kiss I've ever had in my life. I can't even describe it. It was just like
I don't want to imagine this.
And it's just like a wall, and it was just like. Hi.
Hey, it's Sarah and Lo Beeston,
your Fairly Odd Sisters.
Woo!
Yeah.
Please don't make me do it again.
Fairly Odd Sisters, baby. Welcome back.
Welcome back. As you can see, we have new friends. Our little boxes right here.
If you're watching, if you're listening, we got cute boxes for our microphones. Mine's pink.
Mine's green. I feel like we had to practice that.
Yeah.
Mine's pink, mine's green.
Mine's pinky. And they say the Fairly Odd Sisters on here, and it is official. Fairly Odd Sisters podcast.
This makes it feel more official, honestly. Just the box.
I feel like it is. And I feel like we just are, number one podcasters with these boxes. Are we on number one Spotify playlist?
Manifesting just because the boxes.
Honestly, I foresee this episode hitting number one on all charts.
This is the classic look good, play good.
Exactly.
This is what we're going with. We gotta get ourselves some boxes because we saw some other successful podcasts
with boxes. Have you ever read the book You Are a Badass?
Yeah.
You believe it. If you ain't buying that expensive car, then you aren't rich.
You aren't rich. Then you could have no money in your bank account. You should still buy the Lamborghini.
I can't really wrap my brain around that concept of the book. I get where she's coming from, but at the same time, I'm like, is it though? Is that the way to do it?
I think there has to be a happy medium. I get what she's trying to say.
Yes.
But also it's like, you should live within your means.
You couldn't pay rent that month? Wait a second.
But you got a Lamborghini.
Yeah. So you're feeling good.
Yeah. You're going to start making all sorts of money.
Exactly.
But I do think there is a level of you kind of step up to the bar.
Yeah. It's like, well, I do have to make this payment this month.
So you figure it out.
You write the book, You Are a Badass, and then you just have to pretend.
Same thing with becoming a parent. You're
exactly.
I have to step up here because I gotta take care of this little alien baby that needs me.
That deuces all the time.
Deuces. All right. Well, it's good to be back with just Lo.
It's good to be back.
We're back here chatting it up.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I had a couple of things that I wanted to talk to, opening this, because there's been things that have been going on.
Yeah.
And I just had a really good thought right before this, but it left me.
Did you get your teeth done?
What do you mean?
They look so good, but I can't stop looking at them.
Really? No, remember I just got this tooth replaced?
But it's your two front teeth. Have you been whitening?
No.
Oh, they look so good.
Oh my gosh. Pearly white.
Did you get Botox behind my
back? No, but I need Botox. I need it in my forehead bad.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't.
They look good. Okay,
Thanks.
Keep going.
My shiny teeth in me is really...
That's what we need to talk about.
It's a part of our life. Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what we need to talk about. I knew you were getting there.
And then that's what it was. And my brain knew that I needed that little shiny teeth in me moment.
I'm here for you.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so big news is they are rebooting... I can't believe it.
It's just so crazy.
They're rebooting the Fairly Odd Parents, which is our childhood show that we kind of, Fairly Odd Sisters, nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do.
Pink and green, nothing to do with that show. And we were like, oh, we'll totally be fine because they don't play that, it's an old show.
It stopped airing 15 years ago. So
when did it stop airing actually? I
don't know. It aired when I was 4 years old. So
yeah, and I was watching it when I was little in elementary school. But it's pretty funny that it's revamping back up because honestly, Sarah, I feel like it was us. We did this.
It's so funny because we joke about this because obviously Nickelodeon is much bigger than us, but
are they?
But are they?
Lo is feeling
so. I love the confidence today. No, it's amazing.
Honestly, I'm not joking at all.
But it is weird. I will say the timing is a bit suspect because this show hasn't been talked about forever.
No.
And then all of a sudden, the year that we've been doing this for more than half a year.
Yeah.
Almost a year.
Oh my gosh.
And all of a sudden
they're rebooting the show. That kind of like
somebody tell us about that.
But this is my thing, is now we need to manifest a collaboration of sorts. Imagine us as cartoons popping in
fairies. The Fairly Odd Sisters to Timmy Turner. It has to happen.
It has to happen. That would be the most full circle moment for us.
Yes.
Like, it's just in every one of my dreams.
I think that I could retire after that.
Yes.
I mean, obviously we keep doing the podcast for you.
We couldn't.
We definitely would, but
I would be so happy.
I could leave this world happy if I was a Fairly Odd Sister.
Can you imagine?
In the show.
And we were just the Fairly Odd Sisters that came to like visit our Fairly Odd parents' cousins. Yeah. I don't know. Like, would they be related to us?
Let's get this going. Please don't sue us. Just let us collab with you.
Please. And like
more marketing.
We just want to coexist with you and just help each other. You know what I mean? Like, we want to be there for you. We love you. Okay.
We're going to watch every episode of the reboot. We should have a live watch party.
Yes.
And invite people and just be like, we're here for you.
Party. Yes. So don't sue us.
P.S.
P.S. No, but that would be the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Was that the only thing you had?
Well, and there's been some like pop culture stuff that's been going on. Some new developments. First of all, have you heard the new song Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter? If you haven't heard it, like, you're not living. You've heard it, right?
No.
Sarah.
I'm sure my husband's heard it. I'm sure Derek's heard it.
Sarah, you're hurting me, actually. Have you been on TikTok like in the last 3 days? Okay. That's old news. Like, that's so old news. Okay.
Right. Well, are you going to play it? Or are you just going to say
I think that you've heard it and you just don't know. No, this is the thing.
That's so mean. You literally just say, if you haven't heard it, you're lame, but you're not going to show me.
No, okay, it goes like this. Please, please, please don't bring me home. Oh my gosh, it doesn't even go like that. I got nervous under the lights, under the cameras and lights. I'm gonna get.
Yeah, I was gonna say I definitely haven't heard that song.
No, it's this. Let me just play it for you.
Thank you. That's good.
Okay, you haven't heard it for real. You haven't heard it.
I really haven't heard it, but I'm really happy for her.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
you don't understand. I'm on like weirdest Pandora radios ever.
Okay, well, this is like every other TikTok that you scroll, you'll hear this song. I
haven't been scrolling lately.
My last 2 TikTok videos that I posted are to this song.
Okay. So here's the thing. Haven't been scrolling. I prefaced that before. At least yeah.
But anyway, so she came out with that new song, which is the new song of the summer. Okay. It is like all I can think about every day.
Okay.
And it's all I've been playing. It is so freaking good. It's like one of those you hear first time, you love it. It's rare for a song to do that to me. To like where you hear it for the first time, you just want to keep hearing it. She did a music video with her boyfriend.
They're cute.
Her current boyfriend, Barry.
I didn't know Barry was his name, but yes.
Barry's his name. And like everyone before this was like, oh my gosh, like Sabrina, why are you with Barry? Like you're so much prettier, whatever. Like that was their thing. And now he's in this music video and they're like, oh, we get it. Like we get it.
Oh,
like,
is it a hot?
He's like pretty hot in it. And he's also like bad boy in it. And I think that really did it for some people. And also
that would do it for me.
The song is about like, don't embarrass me. Like don't prove I'm right. Like you're an actor. You're this like, like in the music video, she's picking him up from jail. She's like, don't prove I'm right. Like,
I must watch the video.
Don't embarrass me. You have to see the music video or else like this doesn't make sense. But like, she's basically saying, don't embarrass me. I'm going public with you. So you better not like ruin my name because I've worked so hard, you know, and then she has him in the music video. The song is about him.
I love when they do that.
And he's in the music video and it's like, don't embarrass me. You know what I mean? Like it's not like a love song. It's like, no, like, you know what I mean?
That's
like
good.
it's
like putting him in
funny.
His plays, like kind of just.
Anyway,
that's really good.
So it's like way good. I'll have to show you the music video after this.
We'll watch it.
But like they're both just Polly Pockets. Tiny. Do you know how tiny they are?
Is he small too?
He's so small. I think he's like, well, he just is similar height to her and she's like way small.
Oh, really?
I think he's like 5'8".
Why do I guess any man would probably look tall standing next to Sabrina.
Yes, she's so cute and little. Tiny. Like literally, I'll put you in my pocket.
But he's probably just like normal height.
I think he's like 5'8".
Is he my height? Okay.
So just a little taller than you.
Yeah.
It's funny that Sabrina's like releasing this song. I'm assuming it's about him. Yeah. Like he's in it, and it's like the person that she's dating. And isn't it kind of a red flag that you're having to do this disclaimer? Like, like by the way, like, you know, like you're having to be like, guys, like, I know he has all these red flags, but like,
but take it easy.
Take it easy. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Sorry for that tangent.
No, that was good. That was good. I need to know what's up.
I just can't believe you haven't heard it yet. It's all consuming for me right now.
When did it come out? Because if it came out in the last few days, then that's why. Because I have not been on my phone a lot. It's been a little busy.
It came out 5 days ago.
Okay, see, that's why. Have not been scrolling.
Immediately, I watched the YouTube video that day.
That was probably the day that you showed me the new Eminem music video. Yeah. Around the same time.
Oh my gosh, the Eminem music video is so good too.
I'm all about that.
So much good music right now. Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
Her new album is so good.
Lauren literally took advantage of the fact that I was working on some podcast stuff and actually bought Derek and I tickets to go see Billie Eilish with her and Tanner, and I was in another world.
Yeah.
Didn't even know where it was or what date it was after she had already bought them for us. So.
I was like, yeah, you good? We're going to go to the standing section. It's in Arizona, December 13th. I was like, yeah, we're going to go, right? And she's like, yeah, sure. And I was like, bottom, we're going.
By the time I was even done with what I was doing, and then it sunk in later that, we just got Billie Eilish tickets, which I'm stoked about.
Yeah.
That'll be so fun.
I am so excited. One of my biggest regrets was not seeing her when she came to Salt Lake.
It's good she's touring again. Yes,
the day after Justin Bieber's concert, she was in the same arena, and we didn't go because we didn't get tickets in time, and then we were so tired from the concert before. But I regret it. I regret not going. And so I saw that she was coming close, and I was like, we gotta go. And her album is so good. Oh my gosh, there's just the music industry right now is just feeding us with such good music. It is.
I think they felt bad because the movie industry was so
it's just sucking it up. No, we got Fall Guy.
Fall Guy was the redeeming.
Yeah,
but think about that. Only one.
Think about this. Movie? Last year it was a Barbie summer.
It was.
And this year it's not a Barbie summer.
It's a Fall Guy summer.
That's sad that we don't have Barbie summer this year.
It is. That was kind of
got us through the year. Was Barbie.
It really did.
Anyway.
All right. Well, today's episode, we're going back in time. Super excited for this one.
Yes.
We're talking all about our high school selves. We're going to give some advice to some high schoolers out there. If you have a high school aged child, we're going to tell you some funny, we're going to tell you some funny stories about when we were going to high school, because I'm sure we both have plenty of those. And we got submissions from you guys. Just want to say thank you guys for always putting good submissions in.
Yes.
It makes our job so fun, so easy, because we just are putting it up on our Fairly Odd Sisters Instagram, which is amazing because it's hard to get people to actually do that on Instagram. And so for you guys to always put submissions in, we're just really grateful.
We really love you guys, and you guys are the best. Yeah. And so supportive. So thank you.
It's Lo and I have talked about this before, but so much lately people are like, I was listening to your podcast this morning, and I'm like, it blows my mind.
I love it,
because it almost is like we're doing this for fun.
Yeah.
So when people come up to us and say we're actually like listening to it, it's kind of crazy to me.
My favorite encounter happened the other day. I told you about this. Did I already talk about this?
I feel like we might have talked about it.
Did I already say this?
We did on our call. No.
Oh, okay. We the other day I was just like at our park and with like the girls, and this random like teenager boy rode up on his bike, and he's like, oh my gosh, are you a Fairly Odd Sister?
Like a 14-year-old boy.
And I was just like, yes, I am. And he's like, I am such a fan. Oh my gosh. And then like rode away, and that literally made my day.
We still talk about it. We'll be talking about that.
We will. Like that just fully made my day, that like this teenage boy was listening to our podcast.
And just that there's such a wide range of people that are listening is amazing. I would have never expected a 14-year-old boy to come up, and I'm so happy that he did.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. I'm actually a little scared of this. I haven't looked at the questions.
I actually haven't either. This is the first time.
I think my high school, I always look at it as like some good moments,
you have some highs and lows. Moments. It is like everything in the moment.
Yes.
These like scary times, these hard times. And then looking back, you're just like, okay, like
it didn't really matter
in the scheme of things, but like it doesn't really matter. But at the time, it is literally everything.
And I get that. So it's like, we could say all we want. Oh, later down the road, like it's just this 3-year period of your life, when in reality that's a big deal. It's like that kind of shapes you.
Yes.
And it makes you, it sets you on your path. So it is a big deal. People are like, it doesn't matter. Like, which there is an element to that of like, okay, you need to not care so much. Like, I wish I had done that.
Other people in the world.
Yeah. And it really, in the whole, your whole life, it is a small little time.
It's a blurb, but it is everything.
At the time, it is everything. And things are a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. First thing is, what is your favorite memory from high school?
Oh my gosh. I should have really looked at these before so that I could like prepare myself.
It's on the spot.
Because this is like on the spot. And I know that I could think of one good if I had like some time, but trying to think of one off the top of my head.
It could just be like, it doesn't have to be the favorite thing.
Yeah. Like one of my all-time favorite memories was, so I was a cheerleader, and, one of my like burned into my brain memories is when we were cheering at a basketball game. It was a home game, and like we've talked about this before, but Tanner was pretty freaking shy in high school. Like he had one best friend. He was just like not very outgoing, but I was cheering at this game, and it was like the beginning of our like having crushes on each other. So we hadn't been dating or anything, but it's like we started talking and we're like hanging out a little bit. And all of a sudden, like somebody nudges me and is like, Tanner's coming in. And I like whip my head around, and I see this majestic human walking in with he had like gotten a fresh haircut. He had a little like rat tail in the back, like not a rat tail, but like
why did the boys do the rat tails? It was always this,
but it got me so good. Like he like shaved the sides and had like steps in his hair, and then the back was bleached, like the mullet part of it was like bleached, and he was wearing a tank top, like a jersey tank top, and he came in and he was so confident in that moment, and he came up and he went to the front of the student section, and he was the one that was like calling out the cheers for like the student section to do. And for him, this was just like a really big deal because he had been like this shy guy, and it was like all of a sudden he had this like confidence, and he just was like, and you just like
loved that.
I was the whole night just like staring at him, so like, oh my gosh, like that's who like we're talking right now, like that's my crush, and like he's hot. Like it really like
it just did something to you. Like this confidence.
It really was one of those moments where I was like, damn, you know?
Yes, that is a good memory. The fact that you can go back and have memories with Tanner, because now anytime I talk about something, I'm like, that's my ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like that's my ex.
It is cool. We were like completely different people back then, and sometimes I'm like, oh, like who are we? But it is fun that we have like those memories together.
It is, because it's not you can talk about it together, is what I'm saying.
And I'm not like hurting his feelings.
Yeah,
I'm talking about like an
Derek
ex.
Who, if I'm sitting there talking about my ex, he's like, really great.
Yeah. So that's definitely a favorite memory.
That's awesome. I wouldn't say like, I know I have specific memories that are amazing.
What keeps like rolling around?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, is someone trying to get in here?
There's a ghost.
No,
I'm just kidding. There's not. There's literally not.
Nobody's here. I'm scared. I was just gonna say some of my favorite memories are asking people to high school dances, and I don't know if that Utah kind of got a little bit out of control with that.
Yeah, I loved it.
It is so fun though.
It's like proposals. They call them promposals.
You would go and do the most extravagant, funny things to go ask people. So one time I was asking my date, and I literally went and got a big blow up pool. There goes the box.
Oh my gosh.
There it goes. One time I went and got a big blow up pool, and I went to the guy's porch, filled it up with water, got a bunch of rubber duckies, something so cheesy, and was like, rubber ducky, you're the one, you'd make Prom. Something so much fun. And it was just, and we'd go with friends, and it was like this huge thing where we'd go to the store and we'd go and like doorbell ditch, and they'd see it, and then they'd respond to you, and you don't know when it's coming. And I feel like a few of those memories just with friends were some of the best. Obviously I have good memories. I had a lot of boyfriends, but
you're like,
that sticks out to me. And then going to the actual dance was so fun.
That's really fun.
I enjoyed
those dances. Those were so fun.
Also just high school games, going to football games
were the best thing of my life.
Just kind of, yeah, that was so fun. Everyone hanging out.
Yes.
It was also one of the only things I was allowed to go to sometimes.
With boys.
With boys. Present.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, probably those.
I love that.
This one says, any bullying stories and how do you deal with one?
I don't think I ever would categorize myself as being bullied in high school. I know there was like a couple girls that definitely didn't like me and were like not necessarily nice to me, but I feel like I can't categorize as like bullying.
As like
so
real.
I feel like I can't answer this one like really.
Saying you were bullied.
Saying I was bullied. Like I would say like there was definitely, I had to deal with like meaner girl or like girls that didn't like me. I know that like soccer girls definitely didn't like cheerleaders. That was just like a thing like at our school. And so like that was funny, but there was a couple of girls that I had mutual friends with and I'd be like, I don't know if I'd ask like the friend that like knew this girl and I'd be like, I don't know if I'm just like reading into this, but like, does this person not like me? And she's like, yeah, she doesn't. And I'm like, why? Like I never did anything to them. Like it was always like girls would eat at me. I think like being a girl, you deal with a lot more like cattiness and pettiness for sure.
I would say in high school, especially, it's a lot more girls talking behind your back, less to your face. Some people that are actually bullied, they will talk to your face and say things to you, but most of the time, it's behind the back.
Yeah. And I think just finding yourself like a couple of girls that you know you can trust and like, you know, stop worrying about other people and what they think of you because it literally doesn't matter as long as like your close friends know who you are, then that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So
I guess it depends on the level of bullying too.
Because that's where I can't speak to because I didn't
If someone's like severely getting bullied, then it's a good idea to tell somebody.
Oh yeah.
If they're not leaving you alone, you're a target constantly. I would say
it's affecting your mental health like immediately.
I would say definitely tell somebody, like a counselor, a parent, even if that looks stupid, it's not, because no one should be treated that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way as you though. Like I had a few instances where I felt really targeted or just a specific person was super mean to me, like dumb softball, but it was nothing like compared to what some kids go through with actual bullying. So I don't want to sit up here, same thing, like and say I was bullied because I wasn't. I just had a few instances where felt really sad or like they were mean to me, you know, a few of those. But I think it's rare to get through high school and not have that happen. But yeah, I would say depending on the level of bullying, and it is a good idea to stand up for yourself. I think. I guess it depends again on the level of bullying.
On the situation.
You don't want to flare unsafe, them, but if it's a bunch of girls that are being rude, like I'd stand up to them because it doesn't really matter. Moving on. Who were your closest friends in high school? Are you still friends with them?
Oh yeah. I had like my 3 best friends in high school. And I basically lived at one of their houses that was like our next door neighbor. And because my mom worked, I would go over there right after school and we just would hang out all day. And I would always have sleepovers over there or at our house. One of them was my cousin's, and then one of them was one of my best friends who actually was a soccer player. So she was my one like best friend that like she on soccer. On the team. Yeah. But I'm still currently friends with them. I don't see them as much, but we make it a point to like get together. And every time we all get back together, it is like no time has passed, and you're just like,
it's so funny how that happens.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, same thing with me. We all kind of went through these different stages of life. Some of us were married, some of us had kids, some of us were just exploring the world and traveling. But it's when we get back together for a wedding or something, then it's no time has passed. We're just older, but the same exact people, which is so fun.
It's really fun.
Same thing. I don't feel like I stayed super close. Like we're not talking constantly. It's not the same group. I wouldn't say like my core group of friends is the group that I had in high school, but I still talk to them and we obviously love each other still. Yeah. It's like once you go through something like that and you're like bonded for life. Yeah. Like you're just like on a level of we understand each other. Exactly. Yeah. So it's fun. The best. Okay. What did you want to be when you grew up?
In high school? I think I still wanted to just like, my dream was to like become an actress. That was like, I didn't know what that meant or looked like, but like, that was always my dream in the back of my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I didn't like actually think too hard. Like, what do I want to do? Like, I knew I was going to go to college, but it wasn't like, this is what I'm going to college for until my senior year of high school when I took video. And I was like, oh, I really like video. But I didn't know you could go to school for that. So at the time I like
didn't know.
I was just like, yeah, I'm going to school. Yeah. Like, I didn't really think about it.
In high school, I don't think I thought about it hardly ever. Someone asked me, I'm like, oh, I'm like a tennis player, an interior designer.
It's fun to like dream up the things, you know?
But I don't think I actually was serious about any of the things that I said.
Yeah.
But I think
probably like tennis, like pro tennis.
Like, I'll be a pro tennis player. Yeah. I'll be a mom and I'll be an interior designer on the side. That's what I always was thinking. Fun. But
I love that.
All right. This one says, were you always dating to marry? In high school? No.
I literally was. In high school? No, idiots. No, but I feel like...
No, but you did marry your high school.
Yeah, literally.
So this fully applies to you.
Literally.
I guess I said that too quick.
Loser. If you're dating to marry in high school. Me literally marrying in high school.
I said that way too quick.
In high school, dumb.
I said that so fast. I think what my stupid subconscious was trying to say was that marriage wasn't really on my mind.
Yeah.
When I started dating these boys in high school.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but it always was on my mind. Marriage was on your mind. Always.
I guess my last boyfriend, because we were graduated together, so then it started to creep in.
When I was in junior high, I was thinking about marrying the guy that I was dating.
Okay, see, that just wasn't me. So
what's wrong with me? I think I was so excited to be married one day. Like I was just like, I love the idea of being married.
That was my dream.
That's what I wanted to be when I was growing up.
I'm not making fun of you. I promise.
I wanted to be married. That's what I wanted to be.
If nothing else, I just wanted to be a married gal.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, there was some like flings that I had that I for sure was like, no, I'm not marrying you. But like there was
it was always
couple boyfriends where I was like,
even in junior high.
In junior high, I literally was like we would talk about ew as a little junior high kid. I don't even want to say it.
Say it. You're too far deep.
We would talk about like, yeah, when we're married. Oh my hell. Send me to jail. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that was my first love. That's who I first got heartbroken from.
I'm not knocking you for that. You just love.
It's a great thing. Like I watched too many rom-coms, I think. I really did. I would watch rom-coms. Rom-coms are my life still to this day. And I think it like really like put in my brain like marriage is everything.
Yeah. And so all your junior high, you're like, this could be it.
Exactly. Like
I mean, there are people that met when they're like 4 years old and have gotten married.
But
it's possible.
Yeah. So glad it didn't work out with that one. But
yeah.
I'm glad it worked out with Tanner.
Yeah. Aren't we all? Oh my gosh. Goodness. All right. Moving on. Sorry about that. Okay. What's something you regret in high school?
Oh, like definitely holding on to that relationship that was just so toxic. And it like took over my life for like a year. Like sophomore year, it was a dark time for me. And I think like that's the first time I had experienced true heartbreak. I was heartbroken, like to the point where I was sick in bed, couldn't go to school, not with a sickness, but like heart sickness. Like I was like in bed, like feeling like I was going to throw up for like a week straight. I was pale. I remember having to go to like cheer events and my mom would have to like feed me something and I would go and like everyone at cheer would be like, are you like okay? And I'd be like, no. Like I was down because he had cheated on me and then he said he never loved me. It was like things that just were my really worst fears. And then like he immediately was getting with one of my friends and that just like tore me down and I was just sick.
An icky guy.
Yeah. And I just think like that I regret, I don't, like regret having feelings. I think that's important to like go through and like experience that. But I think I just wish that I wouldn't have let that, control that year of my life. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. I would say my regret is maybe I regret having boyfriends for as long as I did. Just missing out on the whole group of friends hanging out just to go. I mean, obviously we would still hang out with big groups of friends every once in a while, but we would go together, and then it's kind of, you're attached to them. And I wish I had just had less time with the boyfriends and more time just hanging out with a bunch of people and friends and having more I had some flings, but like having more flings than I did, just kind of
like experiencing it a little more.
Because a lot of the time was spent with boyfriends on and off. Kind of regret that, but also kind of not, because I got introduced to so many different friend groups kind of because of that. Yeah. And lots of friends meshed together. Yeah. So it was a good and bad thing. And then also I kind of just wish I had more of the mentality that I do now of just being like self-confident, and I know who I am, and I don't need to impress people. I don't have to feel like I'm in the group at all times. You know, that need that you're constantly trying to keep up in high school of like, I need to get invited to this, and I need to feel like people want me to be around. It feels like this endless competition. I just wish I had cared less about that. Yeah. And just been like totally chill to be like there or not there, or like no FOMO, just doing my thing. Like, I just regret that a little bit. Not that I was always like that, but I always think that's just a high school thing. Everyone's like, I have to be invited to everything, and I have to go to everything. And you,
it's like the stress of getting asked to the dance.
Yes.
The fact that I have girls and I've like already am like, I don't know. I just like
hope they get asked to prom or whatever.
Why is that the most stressful thing ever? Like, will I be asked to this dance? And like, if you don't, that's like, I don't know. Like, it's just so
you just
scary.
Think so many things, it just spirals you. And I wish things would just
I would not care as much, because dumb boys.
But then it like is a big deal at the time. Okay. All right. This one says, what was your favorite subject?
Oh, my favorite subject was video and ceramics.
Oh, ceramics was so fun.
So fun.
I did love that class.
Like,
so many friends.
Slapping around a piece of clay. Yeah. Molding it. I made Tanner.
Oh no. That sounded like the start of a dirty joke.
No, the fact that I did this is actually an ick. Like, I gave myself the ick just really thinking about it.
What'd you do?
When he was off at college. It was my senior year. And we all had to make like somebody, like we had to make a head of somebody.
No.
And I made Tanner.
No, that's... do you still have it?
I am so afraid. I don't know where the picture of it would be or like anything. I definitely don't have it. I don't even remember taking it home. Like, did it make it through the firing? I don't know. But like,
did it make it through the kiln?
Remember asking Tanner for a selfie. And so he sent it to me, and I literally molded it.
That is a girl in love right there.
I'm scared of myself.
She's molding she's sculpting a face. The next statue of David, the statue of Tanner.
Literally. And it wasn't good because I'm not good at that.
I was going to say, what did it look like?
I tried my hardest. I think it was a little scary looking.
Probably was.
I don't know if I have a picture, but
oh my gosh, man, if I did, dig that. Okay, you want to hear my ick about ceramics?
What?
I wore a full-on onesie to ceramics.
What are you talking about, a onesie?
Like a fleece onesie with fox feet.
You would do that. Was it pajama day? Sarah, tell me you didn't do this on a random day, like where everyone just dresses normal. It wasn't a dress up day? Sarah. This is a next level fuzzy sock girl.
I have a picture of it. I do. My friend was wearing a pink one. I was wearing an orange one.
You thought, hey, we should wear our fuzzies tomorrow?
I was sick of my clothes getting dirty. I just did.
A full onesie that covers your feet?
Fox feet.
That is actually so funny.
I did that.
That's actually
so good. You can pull that pic up.
Yeah.
If you'd like.
I would love to see that.
Okay.
I would really love to see that.
Ceramics was great. I also loved any PE class.
Oh, yeah.
Just get to run around, throw some balls.
Yeah.
Some balls around.
A lot of dodgeball.
Oh, gosh. A lot of dodgeball.
And then also one of my classes was cheer. So that was sick.
That is sick.
And every other day, it was my last period. So we would like have that period be cheer, and then it would go, our practice would go in after school, which actually sucks because then you didn't get to like go see everyone after school gets out.
Yeah.
That was like the main thing.
Yeah. What was like your favorite school subject? Like
the arts, because
no, but
like what do you,
I love history. I love history. Like I truly did love history.
I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't like math. I didn't like science. I didn't like history. You know what? I did take a, my senior year, you had the option of taking like some hard science class or this, what was it? It was like agriculture. It was Farmers of America. FFA.
I did FFA. That was fun.
You had a choice of that or like this animal science class.
I did both.
I did animal science. Yeah. And that was funny.
Animal science. Yeah, I had that.
I watched our teacher like show us how to like, how they like put their hands inside of cows' bum holes.
That is such a Lehigh
And that
thing.
was just like
scary.
It was very scary.
Oh
and I was like,
gosh.
I'm not a farmer.
I
will never have to do this. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll have a cow, but
you
that
might.
was haunting.
You think cows
But anyway.
are cute?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I liked the arts. I liked video and ceramics.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. What is your most embarrassing moment
Oh,
from high school?
man. I know I have one. Do you have one on the top of your head?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go first because I
You
cannot
already
think.
know this one.
What? Have you already talked about this?
Not on the podcast, just with a few close friends. I did so much tennis when I was in high school, and where I spent most of my days after school was playing tennis.
I spent most of my days laying down, playing and relaxing. Oh, cool. Sorry.
Yeah. So I would like go from school straight to tennis for a couple hours, come home, something was going on. So we had this activity with my neighborhood, girls and guys. You know this. Everyone's
This
invited.
was in high school?
Yes, my sophomore year.
I thought you were like young.
No.
Like 7th grade.
No.
Oh, wow. This is such a good story.
Yeah.
Then. That makes it even better.
So I am just sprinting because I'm already late for this pool party. Everyone's there. And keep in mind, these are all people that live around me.
Yeah.
So you can't get away from them.
Yeah.
So I am running into my house. I'm changing into my swimsuit as fast as I can. I put some shorts on, I get my towel. I go to the pool party. I am swimming for almost 40 minutes. And I'm up on the diving board and I look down and I am straight up wearing my white underwear. White underwear with my tankini.
You've already jumped in, so you're already wet.
I've been swimming for 40 minutes at this point. Why is nobody... I cannot tell you the fear.
See-through.
Boys and girls. I can't even tell you the shock that went... I jumped off that diving board so fast.
Did you see it? You looked down.
I looked down and I was like, oh.
That's in nightmares. That's people's nightmares.
It is a nightmare. And nobody said anything. So I jump off the diving board. I get a towel. I'm like, why didn't you say? They're like, we didn't notice until now. I'm like, how did you not notice?
That is literally the actually most classic embarrassing story you could have.
I just had to make some excuse and I went home and I've never been more embarrassed because I don't know what people saw that day.
Who knows?
I also had a guy that I liked in my neighborhood and I'm sure he got a nice little show on the diving board.
Oh my gosh. That is so funny. You know that some boys totally knew and we're just like,
not saying anything.
Like they're not gonna be the ones to be like, by the way, you're in your underwear.
That's
I can
true.
see it.
That's true. One of the girls really did me dirty.
None of the girls were looking, but
Really,
the boys, they were probably all looking.
Like there were parents there too. Like some of the parents were chilling.
They just weren't paying attention to the kids probably.
I was wearing a bright blue and green tankini top and white
underwear bottoms.
See, this sticks with me. It really does.
Honestly, the most classic embarrassing story you could.
It's in your nightmares, and it happened to me.
Top that, and I feel like I can't think of what. I know for a fact something. I can think of so many that happened to my friends. You know that I would like remember just cry laughing. But like,
I'm that friend. I'm the friend.
Exactly. Like if I were there, I wish I was there in person.
Yeah. See, I'm always the friend that's like,
I'm typically the one that witnesses the things. Mm-hmm. I'm just there to like enjoy the time.
Yeah. Super great. Super awesome.
But like, I need to think on that one because truthfully, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I can't think of one.
I did have another embarrassing moment.
What?
This was like, I had a more joking relationship with one of my teachers, my math teacher. We would kind of play, me and my friends would play pranks on him from time to time.
Yeah.
And so the week before I went and had my hair dyed, and it was the worst hair dyeing experience I've ever had. Ugh. Straight up gray hair.
Oh. Splotched. So they put way too much.
It was splotched toner into my blonde. It wasn't even. Like, I don't know how it was so splotched and just gray. She also chopped it so the layers were super uneven. Worst. Sorry. Worst hair experience of my life. And I go to class the next day and I walked in 5 minutes late, and this teacher goes, everyone, because everyone's working on their little quiz. Everyone, I'd like to welcome a new student to the class. She's 65 years old. Her name is Sarah.
Stop.
And me, like, my face would go bright red when I was embarrassed in high school. So I am tomato face red. My hair is
I would be
terrible.
crying. Those are one of those situations where my eyes would cry because everyone's looking at me.
I was like, haha, very funny, and like said something stupid back to him and then walked to my seat, but I was like, that was embarrassing.
Yeah.
I look back at that and I'm like, I already hate my hair.
That
I'm
is
a grandma.
so
I'd like to welcome a new student.
Freaking funny.
Oh,
what a savage teacher.
Savage. We got him back for something. I can't remember what we did.
Good. I'm glad you got him back.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Moving on. Who was smarter? That's so
Who's
evil.
Smarter?
Yeah, who is smarter?
Well, let's go back to the grades. What did you get? Did you graduate summa cum laude?
Summa cum laude? I didn't even go to college, so you're smarter already. I only went for I went for 2 years and then dropped out.
Same, but I got my associates.
Okay, so Lauren's smarter by default. She got an associate's degree.
I'm way smart.
I always got a 4.0 in high school. Like, that was just easy. Like, everyone did that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We're both smart. Okay.
We're super smart. Or we just knew how to like get those A's.
That sounded really scary.
In a bad way.
See, I didn't know how to get those A's.
You had the big boobs.
I did have big boobs. I did have them. Not anymore.
No, but I just mean like it's kind of like in high school you just like figure out
how
to do
try
it.
And you figure out kind of how each teacher functions a little bit.
Well, I was just thinking like, did I read one book? Oh, I hope my English teacher isn't watching this. Did I read one book that was assigned to me?
One, so I'm smarter.
No, I didn't. I read my own books and it was Twilight and Hunger Games. Yeah. And that was it.
Yep. Okay. First date and first kiss story. Really quick.
Okay.
Go.
First date in high school?
Yeah. Or like your first date. First date.
What is considered my first date?
Let's see.
Like
I had like date where a guy paid for you.
I had it's hard to remember. Well, I had that boyfriend, but I technically wasn't allowed to date him, so we never went on like a real date.
Yeah.
So then after that, I feel like nobody asked each other out unless it was like a dance. I guess it was like a dance, and I went with this freaking one guy who I didn't like, but he was like dating my friend at the time. And she was like, she wasn't 16 yet, so she wasn't allowed to go. And she was like, you should go with him so he doesn't go with any other girl. And so then he asked me and I was like, sure. Honestly, that was like the most dumb dance. Dumb dance. I was with all these seniors who I didn't know. And I felt really dumb because I was just this little sophomore. And this person was like, kind of like the worst. And he, like, no shade. Like,
watching this,
he just like did not treat me nicely.
Oh, geez.
And he was dating my friend. And so it was more just like to make it so he couldn't go with somebody else. And then my first kiss was terrible. It was with the boy who like broke my heart and cheated on me or whatever. He waited so long to kiss me. He had been like planning to kiss me for so long, and everyone was just like, why haven't you kissed him? Or why haven't you kissed her? Why haven't you kissed her? And he's like, I'm gonna kiss her. And it was so weird that he hadn't kissed me yet because he was a really confident, like cocky kind of like out there guy. Yeah. And he just was too nervous to give me a first kiss. I don't know why.
Such weird vibes from him.
Such weird vibes. Anyway, so then finally when he kissed me, he had braces and I don't know why. He had kissed girls before. So I thought he was going to be like a good kisser. I'd never kissed anyone. And he kissed me and it was just like the worst kiss I've ever had in my life. I can't even describe it. It was just like imagine like something hard and like...
I don't want to imagine this.
And it's just like a wall. And it was just like... And I was just like...
That's icky.
And then I remember going upstairs to my best friend and being like, that is what kissing is. I was like, that was so bad.
You didn't get butterflies or...
No, it was literally so bad. Like, so bad. We obviously had better kisses later, but that first kiss that I had, I was like, that's what kissing is? Like, that sucks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So kind of funny anyway.
That is funny. I think that's probably true for a lot of people.
It was so annoying too because it was so much anticipation. And finally when he did it, it was like we had all of these special moments that our friends would set up for us. Like my best friend had a pool and she like turned on the lights and it was like going all these technicolors and the waterfall was on and we
Just
were
wouldn't do it.
playing Kiss the Girl on the freaking thing and he wouldn't kiss me.
That's
ridiculous. And then he ends up kissing me like in the middle of like we're going into her garage and like about to go inside and we were saying goodbye and he kisses me right there and it was the worst kiss of my life and I'm like that's what you chose.
That's the moment. Right there. That proves that was junior high, right though?
It was what?
That was junior high.
Yeah, it was ninth grade.
So
but that's considered high school in some places.
That's the best that he could do. Really.
Man, it was bad. It was so bad.
I honestly, is this crazy that I can't really remember my first date? I can't remember.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't remember if it was my homecoming dance with this guy.
I think mine was prom my sophomore year because I had just turned 16.
Yeah, but also my first... Yeah. No, because it doesn't make sense because I couldn't hang out with boys until I was 16. That was the rule. Mm-hmm. And I got my first kiss the day after I turned 16, or it could have been the day of.
But you didn't go on a date with this person.
I don't think we went on a date right then. But then he was my... It's really funny. We were actually just at his house and he cooked us dinner last night.
What?
Yeah. What? Yeah. So my first kiss, this guy that we're talking about, he married a girl I'm friends with in high school too. So we all went to school together. And then my best friend that I had been best friends with since 7th grade married another one of my really, really good guy friends. Oh. So that's who we were with. Yeah. We did a date with them literally last night. And now we're talking about this. So he was my first kiss.
Was it bad?
No.
Oh, it was good?
So like, as far as like the technique of the kissing, probably not great. For either of us.
Not great technique.
Probably not great for either of us.
Was it your first kiss?
My first kiss.
So you waited till you were 16.
Yeah, at 16.
What a freaking obedient child.
Yeah, I don't know. It just that
was.
Mom. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, Mom. It was good. Anyway, so it was kind of the same thing. We had been hanging out, but it wasn't a date.
Yeah.
But we had been hanging out and he dropped me off in front of my house.
Whoa.
And we kissed there and I got biggest butterflies, biggest everything. I was like, this is like heart pounding. I think I held my breath though.
Great. I'm so happy for you.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing is I got a headache after. Don't know why.
Migraine.
Really bad
You held
headache.
your breath.
I think I was holding my breath. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I remember like running into my house and like freaking out.
No
like I just got my first kiss.
Did you tell your mom?
I can't remember. It's all a blur. That part's a blur. I don't know. I'm sure if she had seen me after, I don't think she was home.
There was no way in H I was telling my parents.
Yeah.
Shiz.
Yeah. See, I don't think she was home.
Yeah.
It was like my 16th birthday and I was letting her have boys and then I get like, no, she definitely didn't know.
Yeah.
There's no possible way.
Yeah. She didn't know.
Anyway, so that was first kiss. I actually think my first real date was homecoming then.
Yeah.
With a guy, same thing. Didn't really like it.
It was the worst, man.
I wanted to get asked by this other guy and then other guy beat other guy to it. Yeah. So it just wasn't like, great. It was kind of an awkward date.
I remember one point in the date on prom, I was literally like, we were all dancing and he was running around so sweaty, by the way, the sweatiest guy.
No.
And at one point he put his shirt over my head.
Oh,
like this.
That's so icky.
And like,
You think
not
that's
a
great
good
with
joke.
with your hair done and everything
yes,
too?
and I'm just like, ew. You just got so much sweat on
that
me.
That screams high school boy.
Like, it's just so grossy. Ew.
Yeah, it's icky.
Yeah, just so high school boy.
Oh,
is that like how your dance date was?
Yes,
like just an
it was the movie
boy.
after he wanted to hold my hand, and I was just not feeling it all. But we watched The Woman in Black, and he was literally terrified. Grabbed my hand, was
he was scared.
He was so scared, more than any person I've seen. And he grabbed my hand, and he was actually like, "Can we just turn on Tangled? Like, I don't know why we can't turn on Tangled."
Stop.
And pool of sweat in the hand, and I was not feeling it, and I made some excuse and was like, "I gotta go home.
Can we just please watch Tangled, please?"
No, literally, it was like, so awkward.
Sorry.
And I think I also wanted to like be with the other guy.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of, I was done.
Yeah.
It was fun getting dressed up, but that's it.
Yeah.
What's the most rebellious / risky thing you did and actually pulled off? Any that you didn't?
In high school?
Yeah.
Do I want to say this?
I don't know.
So, do I want to say this?
You do want to say this was back in high school. And at least you married
okay,
the guy.
we're married, but like, do I want to admit
anything I did with any guy, I'm not even married to them. So just no.
Okay, well,
anything you say, I know I can top it. So just say it.
So, just obviously, I feel like everyone had the moment like this, but Tanner and I would try and find anywhere that we could make out. And one time we went and parked at the junior high, and we were making out. And at one point, I don't know, I was just, we were just making out in the back seat. And all of a sudden we hear a knock at the door, at our car door. And I was like, no freaking way. And it was funny because the night before, our friends were making out in the same spot, and they got caught by a police officer.
Oh my gosh.
And since the girl wasn't 18 yet, she like said that her name was different than it was, so that they wouldn't call her parents.
Oh my gosh.
And I like was thinking about that because I was like, oh, if I ever got caught, I have to like use somebody else's name too, because like they'll call my mom, and then they'll know that like we're out here making out. And so we got caught. And the officer, I'm literally like adjusting my shirt, like trying to like adjust everything. And we're so embarrassed. And we like get out, and he's just like, all right, I just need your names. And it's going through my head, like, think of anyone that you know that is 18 or older. And I said the exact same name that my friend said because I couldn't think of something on the spot.
Oh my gosh.
So I just thought it was so funny because then that girl, this police officer was probably like, this girl's getting around. Like, different guy. Like, anyway, so it was just kind of funny.
That is crazy.
But yeah, I got caught by the po making out.
Yeah.
Embarrassing, man.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go because you like have the curfew things. Like, where do you go? You don't want to do it at your house.
Yeah. It's cars. Cars were
cars. Like, where do you park them?
It's so true. No, similar story. After one of our dances, I was obviously had a boyfriend, and just casual fun in the car and knock on the window. We thought we were in a good spot. Always thinking we're in a good spot. And it's just so embarrassing because you like have to like adjust everything. And you're like, nothing. You're like, nothing's happening. Please don't tell my parents. Like all this stuff.
It's so scary.
I would say that another time, a couple of our friends, we technically didn't break into the ceramics building, but one of the teachers gave one of my friends the key. So we would go there like after dark and go into the ceramics building and do whatever we wanted, which is kind of crazy thinking back. He could have gotten so much trouble for that. But the time I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. What a nice teacher.
So yeah, we would hang out there after hours, which we could have gotten a lot of trouble for that, I think.
Yeah. Wait, did you ever get caught? What was that story?
No, I never got caught.
Oh, so wait, what was the embarrassing part of that?
What?
About sneaking?
No, it said that was just like, did you do anything risky? Like this sneaking into the school after hours.
Risky. That is risky. For some reason, I switched it in my brain to something.
You're like, what's embarrassing? I'm like,
so tell me the embarrassing. Like, what was embarrassing?
That's the question. Oh, that's funny. I know we did sneak into a abandoned silo too.
Oh, we
Like one of
snuck
those-
into an abandoned something.
It's really sketchy and could have gotten a lot of trouble for that.
Yeah, the place that we snuck into, Tanner dropped me.
Oh gosh.
It hurt. And then
Like,
Derek went in there,
Oh my
same place
gosh.
like a week later, and he got caught by the police.
And almost couldn't go on his mission.
Yes.
They had to, that's freaky.
that was so dumb. We did dumb
that
stuff.
you don't think about.
Yeah.
Really quick, what'd you wear to prom? Really fast, because we're running out of time.
With which one? One with Tanner?
Both. Just really quick, describe them.
My first dress, my sophomore year, was a black lacy. It looked like an kind of
And you
emo-y.
have pictures. We can put these up on
This is the thing is I didn't like that dress, but it was the best one I could find at the time. Like there wasn't like ASOS and like all these places you could find good dresses. So anyway, hated that dress. Second year I went with Tanner. I freaking loved my dress. I thrifted it and then we like added some lace to it. It was this yellow, like cute little vintage dress with like a bow in the front. Ended up one of my cousins lost it, which was a really big bummer.
Sad.
I would have that to this day. It was so cute. Then my senior prom, I wore like this pink, very cute chiffon dress. And I loved that. I loved both my junior and senior prom.
That's good, because it can be rough looking back, especially during the times.
Yeah.
Now what prom dresses look like, it's insane.
Yeah.
Prom dresses are like
you
Met
can
Gala
get,
dresses.
you can
It's
get
insane.
anything you want now.
Yes.
It was so hard to find dresses when I went to high
know
school.
what's in style.
Yes.
We had no
Yeah.
idea. Nothing. And
honestly, my first dress looked like I was in mourning. Like, have you seen it? It's really bad.
no, I wore a black
Anyway.
dress though too to one of my dances.
Mine was worse, I guarantee.
My senior prom, I wore like a pink chiffon dress. It was actually pretty. Looking back for what it was, I had to have sleeves on it. So
Same with our school.
yeah, so it had like crisscross across the bust
Boobage?
area.
Yeah.
And then it came in at the waist and had ruffles like
Yeah.
going down. It was pretty. I actually really liked that one. And then my other prom, I actually wore a short dress, which is kind of controversial.
Whoa.
But it was white and it kind of went to my knees, but it was really pretty lace. And then it had like a chiffon sleeve.
Was this your senior or junior?
This was senior, both
Oh.
senior proms, because I went to
you
two.
went. Okay.
Because I had the boyfriend from the other school, and then I got asked.
I like
anyway.
your school.
So yeah, I liked both my dresses. I don't have issues with those.
Yeah.
Some of my previous dresses, I'm like, what was I doing?
I have to say that like if I were in high school right now, it'd be a million times. Like
Yes.
you can find a cute dress.
Also,
literally
just
anywhere.
the makeup and the hair would be better. Everything would be
Everything.
next level. Because you guys got TikTok now.
Yeah.
Okay, what's something at your high school that happened that you thought was normal but wasn't? Honestly, some of the dress coding was a little crazy.
Yes.
How they would slut shame girls.
Yes. Okay. At our school, you had to wear pants or shorts or skirts that
To your
were
knee.
not even to your. It wasn't to your knee at my school. It was your hands.
Oh, your hands.
So
Yeah,
like
you're
if you were
right.
standing up and your hands were to your side, it had to touch the ends of your fingertips.
I had long
And so
arms.
if ever we got like questioned, I would just like raise my shoulders up a little bit, but still it was so annoying. And then you had to have 3 fingers worth of a shirt.
Now it's
or
like, do
sleeve.
schools have dress codes now? I heard you can wear a bikini to some of the ones here.
Dang, yeah.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It was so strict too. Like people would wear.
Yeah, but we all
People-
thought it was like, oh, that stinks, but it's like normal.
Yeah, it was
and
like
now I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You'd be like, go change.
Yes, and it's just so weird that like the guys didn't have to change anything about themselves. It was just the girls.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. All right, last question. We're gonna end on this one. What was your biggest insecurity that you had then that you think is crazy to look back on?
I think I thought I was like so stupid. Like I wasn't skinny enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say like same thing.
And it's crazy. When I see myself in high school, I'm like, literally, you're a stick figure. And
Body
why did you
dysmorphia
think
in
that?
high school is a thing. It's crazy.
So weird. Like I wish I could go back and tell myself like, freaking stop.
Yeah.
Like you're crazy.
You look great.
You look great and it's fine. Anyway, that's probably my biggest like thing that was wrong with me.
Besides my boobs, I would say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought I had big hips, and I'm like,
Yes.
why on earth would I think that?
Yeah.
Looking
I
back at
felt like I
photos?
was the only girl that had
Curves.
a curve. at my
That's how I
hips.
felt too.
I was the only one
I thought,
with.
oh, my boobs are so massive, and then I look big because my boobs are so big,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, none of my friends had like curves, and so I just thought that I was just like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, like
same. Yeah, I would definitely Agree with that.
Which is so
You're
dumb.
beautiful out there.
You're beautiful. Yeah.
Oh man, I feel like we could go on and on about high school stuff,
It's
but
so crazy.
it is just a moment. It is a passing
moment in time.
Even
you might marry
Yeah.
somebody from high school.
You
if
might
you're
and you
dumb.
might not.
Just kidding.
I just had my 10-year high school reunion last week, and it was a little wild.
Crazy.
Everyone just seems the same though, but it was nice because I do feel like there was a level of nobody cared.
Yeah.
We're all just old. We're all adults now.
It was just like fun to
and
see
it was
the
just
familiar
fun
faces.
to see everyone. There was no drama, no weirdness at the reunion because we're all just grown up. So it doesn't matter what happened back then. We're all just like whatever.
I would have absolutely loved to go to ours, but we were in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, go to your 20 year. It's honestly everyone was pretty much the same after 10 years. So
it's like something's comforting about probably seeing those familiar faces that you saw every day.
Yeah,
and the ones that you knew you would never see again. That's the one. That's what would get me when we graduated. I was like, there's just people that you would see at school and only at school, and we'll never see them again. So it's probably fun to revisit that.
I will say that if you're going through high school, just remember though to be nice to people.
Yes,
because there were actually quite a few people after hearing that wouldn't come to our high school reunion because they realized they had been mean to so many people and they literally didn't feel like they could show their face. Looking back, I actually felt okay. Like, oh, I actually was nice to people. I don't have any bad blood between anybody, which was comforting.
Yes.
That I felt like I could walk in there and be like, no one hates me.
Yeah.
But a lot of people didn't come. Quite a few people because they just thought they were the mean. Anyway, just be nice.
Yeah.
Be nice to everyone. Last thing, one thing you could go back and tell your high school self.
I kind of talked about this before, but just stop worrying about like what other people may think about you or what, you're not skinny enough, all that stuff. And just, I had so much fun. I wish I could have just like erased those times where I was like negative about myself, or I was worried about this boy or like what people were thinking of me, and just like, forget it. Like, go just be yourself.
Find good friends, find good hobbies.
Yes.
Find a club or sport or something that you're passionate about. Get outside. Don't stay in your house.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just take those chances because you're in high school and you're never going to get it back.
And it was so fun. And it's the only time you can really like be doing absolutely anything that you want.
Yes.
You
don't have these crazy huge responsibilities.
And you have like your sport or you have like your friends. And in the summer times, just like soak that up because it's like, it's the last time it's going to be like that.
So true.
So fun.
Well, we love you guys. Thanks again for listening week after week. You guys are the best fan group. Whoever is listening, we love you. You're amazing. And we will see you next week.
Love ya. Bye.
Bye.